When I tell people I used to work the graveyard shift at a highway rest stop, they usually laugh or say something like, "Man, that must have been boring." And most nights it was. But I need you to understand something before I tell you the story. It wasn't always boring. Some nights it was terrifying. I'm not talking about ghosts or monsters or any of that nonsense. I'm talking about real fear. The kind that crawls under your skin and sits in the pit of your stomach. The kind that makes you question everything you thought you knew about people. I started working the overnight shift at a rest area off Interstate 84 in Oregon about 4 years ago. It wasn't my dream job or anything. I just gotten out of a rough breakup, lost my bartending gig, and needed something that paid the bills without too much human interaction. This place was perfect for that. The rest stop itself was simple. 2 separate buildings for men's and women's restrooms, some vending machines, a couple picnic tables out front, and a small utility office where I clocked in and monitored the cameras. No food, no gas, just a place for tired drivers to stretch their legs, take a piss, maybe nap for an hour in the parking lot. During the day, it was busy. But after midnight, it turned into a ghost town. That was when I started my shift, 11:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., 5 nights a week. I was the only employee there at night. My job was simple: keep the place clean, refill toilet paper and soap, restock the vending machines, and call the highway patrol if anything sketchy went down. At first, I liked the quiet. I'd bring books, listen to podcasts, walk the perimeter a few times to stay awake. The state paid me $17 an hour with benefits. For the most part, it was chill. Until the winter of 2021. That's when things started getting off. It began with a van. It showed up just after 3 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. I remember because I was in the break room microwaving a hot pocket when I noticed the headlights through the blinds. Nothing weird about that. People come and go all night. But this van didn't park like most do. It pulled up to the far end of the lot, turned off its lights, and just sat there. Engine running. I figured someone was catching a nap. But 15 minutes passed, then 30. Still running. No one got out. I checked the cameras. Black van, no windows on the back. Parked way off in the shadows. Couldn't see the driver. Just the occasional plume of exhaust in the cold night air. I decided to walk out and check on them. I approached slowly, flashlight in hand. As I got closer, I saw the driver just barely. A man sitting very still. Hands on the wheel. Staring straight ahead. Not at me. Not at the building. Just into the dark trees beyond the lot. I tapped on the glass. Nothing. I knocked harder. "Hey, sir? You all right?" Still nothing. He didn't even blink. His eyes were wide open, almost bugged out. Like he was in shock or frozen with fear. I backed away uneasy. Just as I turned to head back to the building, the engine cut. I looked back. He was still staring. That night, I couldn't sleep when I got home. I kept thinking about his face. The way he looked, not tired. Not stoned. Scared. The van was gone when I came back the next night. But that wasn't the end of it. The next week, I started noticing small things. Items in the women's restroom moved around, paper towels strewn across the floor, faucets left running, lights flickering. Once, I found the words "Don't look in the stall" scratched into the mirror. I thought it was just dumb teenagers. But then came the smell. A thick, rotting stench that seemed to come and go. It'd drift through the hallway of the men's restroom at random, never consistent. It smelled like roadkill left out in the sun, sweet and putrid at the same time. I cleaned every inch of that place. Crawled behind the vending machines. Checked the trash. Nothing. Then one night, I got a call from Highway Patrol. "Got a 911 ping from your location. You see anything unusual?" I blinked. "No, everything's normal." "Well, we got a dropped call." Screaming. Then silence. "GPS shows it came from your area." I checked the lot. No one was there. Or so I thought. Because as I walked along the edge of the parking lot, I noticed something odd at the tree line, a piece of red cloth fluttering in the wind. Like a scarf or maybe a shirt. I walked toward it, thinking someone might be hurt. That's when I saw the shoe. A child's sneaker, half buried in the snow. Suddenly, I felt a presence behind me. Like I was being watched. I turned, scanning the darkness. Nothing. I called it in, but when the trooper arrived, there was no trace of anything. The cloth was gone. The shoe too. Like I'd imagined the whole thing. But I know what I saw. The following night, I came in early. I reviewed the CCTV footage from the night before. At exactly 3:04 a.m., the cameras glitched just for a second. Then a figure appeared. Not in the lot. Inside the women's restroom. It was a man. Tall, thin, wearing a hood. He walked in at 3:05. Stayed for 11 minutes. And then never came out. I fast-forwarded through every angle. Nothing. I walked into that restroom myself. Checked every stall. Nothing there. No footprints. No sounds. But the lights flickered again. And that smell was back. Worse this time. I wanted to quit. I should have quit. But something kept me there. Morbid curiosity, maybe, or maybe I just wanted answers. Then came the last night. It was late March. Still cold. I remember the vending machine outside had eaten my dollar, and I'd kicked it in frustration. That was when I noticed the van was back. Same one. Same parking spot. Headlights off. But this time, the side door was open. I couldn't see much inside, just darkness. But something felt wrong. Like I was looking at the mouth of a cave, and something was inside it, waiting. I called the cops immediately, but before they arrived, someone stepped out. Not the man from before. A woman, barefoot, dressed in a thin hospital gown, skin pale and bruised, hair matted. She stumbled into the lot like she hadn't seen daylight in years. I ran to her. She collapsed in my arms, shaking, whispering something I could barely hear. "They live in the walls," she kept saying. "They watch through the vents. Please, don't let them take me back." I wrapped her in my coat, held her until the sirens came. They took her away in an ambulance. I gave my statement. Turns out she'd been missing for 6 months. Reported abducted.